Ah, yes.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good, okay, good. So how are you doing?
It's been a rough day so far. So how are you doing?
Oh, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
okay.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. All right. So I'm
So,
confused where we're at. So if you can kind of just show me where we're at, that'd be great.
okay. So should I share my screen and show you what I'm talking about?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yep.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to log in.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So can you see the pipeline opportunity?
What?
Can you see the pipeline? This?
Yes, I see the pipeline.
Yeah. So according to what you said, you want each property to have one opportunity, and according to the contract, you don't want duplicate contact. The contract document should be stored in just one contract, and each property we have each pipeline opportunity. So when same clients fill out one of the forms, maybe purchase one property, and it will create one opportunity, and it will add the property address here. So if that same client try to sign up on the form again with different property address to sell another property, it will create a new pipeline for same client. So with different address. You can see this is same contact with different property address. This is
Right.
12556 North.
Right. So how
Give me
does
a
it
minute.
know? How does it know the new form? So John Smith fills out a form today with a certain address. A different John Smith fills out a form with a different address. The first John Smith fills out a form with another address. How does it know those two John Smiths are the same and one of them is different?
Yeah, it's going to know through the John Smith email.
Okay.
Yeah, through the email.
Right.
You know that when the first John Smith sign up on the form, it will use his email. So the email will be different from the second John Smith. So that's how it's going to create it different contact because of the email.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. All right. And I assume it does the same thing for the buyer then.
Yeah, same thing for the buyer. So I did this in the automation so that it can be able to add the property address to this to identify it, and different property address. So this is three pipeline for same contact with different property address.
Okay. Okay.
So talking about the contract document, I think that will be done manually by your agent.
Right. So the contracts end up with the contact and then we just have to move them around. So how do I move them around?
How do you move? Please, can you come again?
So show me where the contact is, the contract, the paperwork.
Okay, you mean the contract document?
Right. So basically, under your name,
Yeah.
somewhere, I need to go move a contract from your name to the property. How do I do that? Where do I go? How do I do that?
Okay. So this is the contact. You are going to see the contact in the contact section.
Okay.
Now, the name for the pipeline is Mortgage Manual. So we're going to search the name in the contact. So search Mortgage Emmanuel. This. So click on this. So if you come to documents, that is where all the documents for the contract will be stored.
Okay. So under contacts, you open the contact, and I'm just trying to find documents. I missed something here. So how'd you get documents to show up? Oh, I see. It's that little piece of paper looking thing. Okay, I see it. Okay.
So these are the documents. So these are the some of the documents from this client. Let me to view this. So I can delete this. So these are the files. These are the files I submit on the form. So
Okay, so I should download the document?
yeah, you can download the document and you can also delete the documents.
I mean, it can stay there. I don't care if it stays there. But when I download the document, then what do I do with it?
So when you download the document, you can have a system whereby you can store the document for the contact.
So okay, so I go into the contact and I download the document. How do I put it under the property address?
So when you download the document, and I told you the pipeline creates we create one pipeline for each property, so we can only identify the property in the pipeline opportunity. So there's no way you can add. The only thing we can add there is add appointment, add task, add notes,
So
view
at the end of the day,
conversion,
there's no
or
way.
we can do something whereby we can add the link to the notes under the pipeline.
Okay, all right, that'll work. Okay, we can come up with a way of doing that. All right.
Put all the link of the property under the note for the
Okay.
property.
Now, show me again, and I apologize, to kind of show me where to start. I'm sure you did this on the last video, but when it's time to write a document for a property,
Yeah.
where do I go to write that document, and how do I send that document out for signing?
Okay. So you come to marketing.
Okay.
So when you come to payment. So when you come to payment, you go to contract document and contract. So you come to we have a lot of templates here. So we have a lot of templates. So it depends on the template you want to send. So you can search for the templates. So please wait, let it load.
Yeah, because I think you already put my contracts in there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so let it load so that I can.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so we have a lot of templates here. We have new listing templates. Let me delete this.
Delete.
I can delete this. So you can just search. Let's say you want to use new listing template.
It's called net NET. There it is, the first one.
So you click on use template. So when you click on use template, so you can save it. You click on send.
Okay. So we hit use template, and then how do we tell it what information to enter?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time for you so that you can be able to understand it.
Okay, all right.
So you can click on publish, or you can click on generate lead. So if you want to send this manually to the leads, you can click on generate lead. But if you want to send it, like you want Google able to send it automatically, we click on. If you want to send this link to them, you can click
So
on generate.
the only way I'm ever going to want to send it is I want it to fill out the information from the various players in the agreement. Like we've talked to a seller, we've reached an agreement. It's now time to send the seller the contract. I want it to go out and use Go High Level signing software for them to sign.
Yeah. So we can do something whereby we can set up an automation that when a lead is moved to one pipeline opportunity, it should send the contract document to the lead, to the client.
Okay, so maybe, but okay, so let me just explain how it works because it does.
Let me show you how that works. So if you want to send the link to them manually by yourself, like you want to send it maybe through email, direct email, you can just copy the link and send it to them.
I don't want. I never want to do that. I never want to
so
send.
if you want to use the template, let's unpublish this. Unpublish. So let's use the template. Use templates. So we're gonna add. So now this primary clients. Okay, let me add you. Let me add me. Add myself. But you are going to add yourself to it. So if I add this to primary contact now, so anyone that you know that you won't be the one to fill it, that you want the client to fill it, so you can just add.
Okay, just let me stop you because I think you don't know how it works. How we do our business. Again, this is a standard way real estate companies all do their business.
Yeah, I know how it works. That's why I'm explaining. I know how it works, and that's why I'm explaining to you.
All right, so in here, you're the seller. I don't want nothing is filled. What I'm saying is the seller fills in nothing. All the seller.
That's what I'm saying. So we can set it up in the automation that when one seller is moved to a certain pipeline, it should send a contract document to that client. to the seller. So after it's submitted by the seller, the other party is going to get the document so that it can be able to do what can be able to submit its own document, and the copy will be shared with both the seller and the buyer after the contract document is submitted.
But no, that's what I'm trying to say. What you're saying to me is not the case. That's the thing. So when a seller says they're ready to have me list their property,
Yeah.
there's no buyer yet. The world hasn't seen the property yet.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have the system automatically fill in all of the seller's information from the contact and the property information from the opportunity.
Yeah.
And then when that's all filled in and verified, we've entered the price and everything else. Our guy manually, who's doing this part right now, is entering the agreed price and everything. And how much, and this is where you have to tell me, like, can the system do this or not? But the reality is when it leaves this person who's generating, this doesn't happen automatically. There is no trigger. It automatically sends the document to the seller. That doesn't happen.
Okay.
So someone says I make an agreement with the seller for a price.
Yeah.
I then, using this system, fill in the seller's information, the property's information, the price, and the other details. It then goes to my partner for signature for a second set of eyes. He looks it over, he likes it, he signs it, and it automatically goes to the seller next to sign it. So before it leaves my desk, all the fields are filled in. It's nothing is empty but signatures. It doesn't go to the seller for them to fill in their information. That doesn't ever happen.
Okay.
If I have to fill it in manually here, that's what I'm saying. Show me how this works, because there's no automatic trigger for it to sign. I mean, maybe there will in the future be, but I'm not sure how that would happen.
Okay. So what you are saying now is that when someone tries to sell his property, and at that moment we don't have any buyer yet, and you want to send a contract document, maybe when that seller reaches a stage in the pipeline, so that they can be able to get their information and more information about the property. Now you want this to be sent manually to them. So what you want me to do now is that you want me to explain how you are going to send the contract document to the seller so that they can be able to submit the contract document to you, right?
No. Right now on this screen, I fill in. All right, you know what? Let me switch to showing you my screen, and I'll show you how it happens in the real world.
Okay, thank you.
Because I think that's where I think we're having a problem.
Okay, let me stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, okay.
So I've stopped sharing my screen. Can share screen.
So right now, I go into my existing signing software. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
All right, I go into my existing signing software. I create an envelope, which means create a thing I'm going to send. I put in the buyer, in this case, the buyer information, the seller information, whatever. Because this is the buyer side agreement. I could have picked the seller side agreement. But either one. I already have my partner in, so if I'm talking to a seller, I already have my partner in here. I tell it who the seller is, which of the contacts is the seller. I go down here, I probably change the subject line a little bit. And then over here, it presents me with the fields to fill in. And I will manually drag over seller name, seller phone, seller email. I'm hoping Go High Level can do these automatically, some of them anyway. I'm entering, but either way, I don't care if it does or it doesn't.
Yeah,
Entering-
Google Level can do this.
What? Okay. But so it knows the contact, then it has to know the property. So it fills in the property. Then we fill in the price. And this leaves the seller and us a chance to sign it. The seller and us a chance to sign it. And these are a couple questions the seller does have to answer. Only 2 little questions the seller has to answer. And everything else is signing, 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 signing. So by the time it leaves my desk, if the seller ignores these 2 fields, they've got nothing to do but signing. And when I hit send, it goes to my partner. He verifies it, reads it over, signs it. It's his signature that goes on first. Then it goes to the seller. And they sign it, and then it comes back and it's stored in our directory of documents, along with the property, connected to the property. So that's what we do now. That's what this needs to do. The only reason we're building all this in Go High Level is so right now I have to go into Go High Level. I have to go to the signing software. I have to go into the document retention software. I have to go into the signing software, the document retention software. I have to go into emails and chats to follow up on what was said to the seller. I want Go High Level to take all those different applications and crush them into one. So everything lives in Go High Level. That's the reason we're moving the signing and the document storage into Go High Level. So there's one place for everything. So within this signing software within Go High Level, and I don't care if if it's easier to make the fields manually filled out by whichever one of my team members is filling it out, or if it's easier to make the fields automatically filled out based on contact. I don't care about that part. It doesn't bother me to fill in the fields of seller and address and whatever. I don't care. As long as when it gets signed and comes back, it's connected to that client.
Okay,
And by the same token, real quick, if we're doing the one that is the template, we're doing the buyer agreement of sale, which involves both the seller and the buyer. So we'll fill it out. It will go out to it'll go to my 3 people, my partner, the buyer, and the seller. It goes out to 3 people at that point. But so basically, as long as when it comes back, it's connected with the buyer or the seller or both, and then we can manually move it over. We can make a note. Like you say, there's nowhere to put it, but you can make a note. But when it gets sent out, it has to come back and be connected to the parties involved. It has to be findable within the system. Does that make sense?
Sure, makes
Okay.
sense. So everything you list now, everything you showed me in the system, in that platform, everything is possible inside Go High Level. And the contract you showed me in the platform is also possible in Go High Level, and that is the exact contract document I set up in Go High Level.
Yeah.
So consigning the employee that they create, like create employee that they click in, that is same thing like a contact on Go High Level, whereby you can click on the contact, you can fill in the information inside the contact yourself.
Okay. All right. So then how do we do it? Because before what I thought you were describing, and maybe I'm wrong, is you were describing that the system that the seller would fill in the information, and that's what can't happen. The seller will never do that. It just won't occur. or at least it won't occur correctly. So what you were showing me of within your screen of how to fill in the contract, whoever is sitting at my desk or my partner's desk filling that in is making sure all the fields are done. And we're just saying it gets mailed to this person first, that person second, that person third, and it gets attached to that person's contact information. Something like that. I don't know what the reality is. That's the something like that.
Okay. So let me ask this question. Who will be the first person to receive the contract document between the buyer and the seller?
So either myself or my partner are filling out the contract documents all the time. It's only us. No one else fills them out.
Okay, so that means the seller will give you a manual information, so you will be the one to fill it yourself.
We already have his information because it's already been captured within the forms and within the CRM.
Okay.
That's-
I just go out trying to say
Okay,
now.
so just from day one, the seller fills out a form. He fills out that little public 5-line form with the various check boxes approving his way in, the ones that's on the live website.
Okay.
My team takes that and answers more questions. Because remember, all the questions on the team form, the big form, all of those questions are every single contact, every single seller, every single property has those questions. So if they go to Hunting for Homes directly, just fill in the little website. So they come and they come here, they fill in this little website, this little form. Or they don't. So if they fill in this little form, they hit submit, my team calls them back and answers all these questions, the team form. And the first job of the system that I hope you've already built is that if the seller filled this in on our website and my team fills this in. Now sometimes it just starts here. It just starts with wholesale seller basic team. Sometimes they never do the public thing. But I don't want
you don't have to do this.
What?
You don't have to fill in the form before you can be able to add the information to the contract. So should I explain what I mean? So what you are going to do is that should I share my screen so that I can show you what I'm talking about?
I know, but just let me just be clear for a second here, because I'm worried that we're understanding, but only not.
Okay.
So some sellers will come to the website and fill out the form. Few, honestly, not many. More of them. One of the next jobs I was going to have you do is set up the AI dialer automated voice within Go High Level, whatever that thing's called. Okay. So there's 3 ways that sellers and properties get into the system. The seller fills out this form for their property, Hunting for Homes, the little form.
Yeah.
Then that form comes to my team, and we call and we ask the seller a billion other questions. So the first job of the software is it joins those 2 property contacts. Okay. If this is 123 Main Street and this is 123 Main Street, and they're both the same seller and the same zip code and it becomes one property. A third option is the AI dialer does the job, and whatever. The point is, we have one property opportunity with all the information somehow. And if we have to do something manual, tell us what that is. And so when we go to write the contract, we have the seller's information because he's in there as a contact, and we have the property information. So Go High Level should know everything it needs to know. If we have to manually fill in the field of the thing that's going to be sent, that's fine, because we manually fill the fields in now. But what's important is when it gets sent out to be signed, the first person who signs it is my partner, the second person is the seller, and possibly the third person is the buyer. But that order might change. My partner's always first. Maybe it's just the seller, maybe it's just the buyer, maybe it's both. We'll decide that on each case. Every case is different. But it's important when those documents come back, they're connected to one of the contacts or both of the contacts so we can place it, because otherwise, where does it end up? So my first question is, do we have this part right? That when they fill out the website form and we update, every time we update this form, because this is the other important thing, we're updating it within the contact section. We're not updating it with the form. We're updating it within the contact section. So basically, that's so really that's how it works. Is that we have one property, one seller, possibly multiple properties. We don't know, maybe one, maybe 10. And then from that, and probably a buyer at some point, from that we're creating the contract. And when the seller or buyer gets the contract, all they have to do is sign it in most cases. Or answer maybe a few questions. They might have to answer a few questions. But it's going out with most of the pertinent property information, buyer and seller information, that's been filled in.
Hello, are you there?
Yep.
Yeah. So what you ask is that when someone fill out the form on the directory on your website, and you want them to fill the form on GUI level, you want them to add the contact information on GUI level, right?
If they fill out this form on the website, that should be the form that you created. This should actually be your Go High Level form.
Yes. But this is not the exact form I create on GUI level. Okay, I think this is the form, the one at the left hand. So this is the form on your website, right?
Yes.
So when the seller fill in the form on the website, so your lead is going to get the information, right?
When they fill out the form on the website, the team gets the information, yes.
So when they get the information now, they will come to the GUI level form to fill the information, right? So that it can create an opportunity on GUI level.
When the form is filled, okay, so according to what I thought you explained to me previously, when the form is filled out, which I'll do it right now.
Okay.
This is on Aria on Hunting for Homes. Yeah, okay, fine. Test Apple. I don't think anything else is required, so there. So then in theory, in here, under opportunities,
scroll up, seller pipeline.
Okay, so there's the first problem. That form doesn't go here.
So that's the form on your website is not connected to GUI level. So you have to fill in the form built on GUI level before you can be able to create the opportunity.
Except This is where this is okay. So then we're actually further behind than I thought we were, because I went to put the form on the website. I got that embed code that is that form. I believe I did. I'll have to check with my developer now, but I believe that form on the website is this form.
Try to
Developer or
this.
value on your property.
Please try to preview this form to check it with the one on the website. You see, it's not the same.
Okay. So sorry, my that one it seems my developer is screwed up. So okay, so I'm gonna have him fix this right now on the site. But okay, so just to finish the point though, let me just go over here to share open form link.
So try to fill in the property address.
These cannot be required. These checkboxes are not allowed legally to be required. Okay, but then when I go into the when I go in here, now when I go back to opportunity, that form did not appear here. Your form that we just filled out does not show up on the pipeline. So from a very basic,
It has to show on the pipeline. Please, can you go back to the form? Can you refresh the page? Click on try again. The red button. Click on try again to send it.
all right, so I'll send him the link separately. I just want to let him know that's there. So this form here, I just filled it out, and it didn't show up as an opportunity. So the form you created doesn't actually get in the pipeline.
It has to. Please give me a minute. Let me. Can I share my screen?
Yep.
Is this funny, right? This form, right?
Easy way to get an offer or value on your property. Let me make sure that name matches.
This form?
I'm making sure the name matches. No. Okay, wait a second. I'm confused now. Because in okay, this is very confusing to me. So easy way to get an offer or value on your property.
Okay, okay.
I opened the form link. Okay, so sell your house at an easy, fair price. Is that what it calls itself?
Okay, you mean this? This serial team form? Or the easy way to get an offer or value on your property?
Right. And I'm just verifying. I think okay, so all right. So that form there, that's right. That's the form, the one that's named easy way to get an offer or fair or value on your property. All right. That form, when I fill it out, doesn't go into the pipeline.
Please let me see the name of the form. You share the name of the form with me.
It's the same one you were just pointing at. Easy way to get an offer or value on your property.
Okay, okay. Try to duplicate this.
But I think the part that you need to be clearly understanding is there's two forms that can be used to get something on the pipeline. Two different forms. There's
I
that
know.
one, and there's wholesale basic team. They both go on the pipeline. This is so fun. Are you there?
Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you also hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. So let me continue.
What? So what's going on right now? I'm confused.
So give me a moment. I want to share my screen. So can you see my screen?
Okay.
You can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm trying to sign up on the form now. So I will sign up on the form on the same form. It creates your pipeline. Can you see my screen?
I'm here.
Yeah, it creates your pipeline. This is your own pipeline. It doesn't have a name because you don't put a name. So that's why this is just a blank pipeline.
Okay,
So
but
this is
that's
the
the new
one.
one you just made.
Yeah, this is the one you create. This is the one. This is the one for you when you submit your form. This is the one it creates, and this is the one
Okay.
it creates now for my own. When I submit the form, this is one it creates for my own because I put the name and this property address.
Okay.
So, but you don't add it. That's why it's just blank like this. It creates a property. It creates an
Except
opportunity
you
for you.
saw me fill in seller name. I mean, this is the part I'm not sure of because you saw me fill those fields in, which I'm doing right now. Because remember, the seller may not fill everything in. So how do we make sure? All right, so I just made a new one. All right.
Yeah, this is it.
There's something wrong with this. I just can't acquire this.
So
All right. All right. So it does that. Now from here, I've now moved this opportunity further ahead to where we've collected the property data. We've negotiated. Now we're preparing the seller document. We're down in this field. What exactly am I clicking to prepare the seller document?
please, can you
Right.
come again? Can you add the question again? The network is somehow. Right.
So that's where I go into payments, right?
Yeah. So can you please ask the question one more time? Ask the question again so that I can be able to answer. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yep,
So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I said, can you ask the question one more time so that I can be able to give an answer to it?
You want me to take my screen off and you use your screen? I didn't quite hear the question.
Okay, okay. Share open link. Osela basic.
All right, so both of them go in there. Okay, fine. Okay, so now both of those go in there. I understand that now. And then I go into now I'm in payments, documents, templates.
I can't see your screen.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So I'm using a template. I think I finally understand much of it. I just want to make sure I understand the rest of it. Now, enter value.
So I can't see your screen.
What?
I can't see your screen.
Okay, all right. So I'm here. I don't want the person, see, this is the important distinction. The person filling this out is filling in most of the fields. So I'm sitting here and I'm filling in whether I pull it from a contact or I just fill it in, I don't care. I was hoping to pull it from a contact, but I don't care. Is there any way to pull data from a contact or from an opportunity?
Yes.
Where do I go?
So you can click on the back icon, the back at the top.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So you can click on contacts.
So some of the information comes from the contact, some
Or you
comes
can
from
add
the
it.
opportunity.
You can add feed in the opportunity. Please click on the opportunity.
Click on opportunities.
Yeah.
All right.
So click on that.
Yep.
So click on add or manage feeds. So you can add anyone to this.
I'm adding fields to the opportunity,
Yes.
but the opportunity already knows the seller's name and it knows the property address, which is what we need it to know.
So you are going to click on the feed you want to add. I think it already add the email. The opportunity already add the email manually by default. So I don't think you need that.
But I thought the form already had an email address on it. So the question is how to get the
yes,
information from the
we already have the email address in the form.
right, and so it's already in the opportunity.
Yes.
Now, how do I get it on the contract?
Okay, please click on go back. Go to payment. Okay, the information you want to add is not the manual information to the contract. You want to add it to the contract, to the
I
contract.
want to take from here, from the opportunity. We already have the seller's name. We already have somewhere we should have, I don't know where to find the rest of the fields.
Cancel that. Cancel the item.
Okay. So, okay.
Please give
Now
me a
what?
minute. Please give me a minute. A minute. Hello.
So where are we at?
Yeah, I'm here.
And I'm waiting. I'm not sure what we're waiting at. Right, so that's not how I do it. Okay, so are you working on something? Should I be giving you more time? Because I'm running up against another appointment, but I'm trying to figure out. So I've got the contract open. How do I pull up data from an existing opportunity? Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, and I'm here too, and I'm not sure. Are you doing something, and I should give you more time, or are you ready to show me how to fill in the contract with the information from the opportunity?
Okay, you want to add the contract by yourself, right? You want to add the information in the contract document by yourself
Right. I want to
and
use. Yeah.
add it to the seller details.
Right. So right here, seller agent or property information. I know what opportunity this is. The property information is in the system. How do I get it from over there to over here? Or is that not possible?
That's possible.
So all of this gets manually filled in by me here now. Because I don't want to ask when it's emailed out to
You can
people, I
you
don't
can
want to ask.
only you can only fill this on the contract document. You can't fill this on the opportunity.
All right. So
You
right
know,
now
the
I'm
purpose
looking at
of this contract document is to fill the purpose of this test is to be able to fill the test inside the document, inside the PDF document, so that we can be able to download it. So
and
this is
how
not
do I make
custom
it?
value.
All right, so I'm filling it in manually here. Yes? Is that what you're saying? There is no automated way to fill this in?
You can't fill it here. You have to publish it. So please click on the three icon beside preview.
I don't want anyone that receives the document to fill anything in but sign it.
I understand. You will be the one to fill it. Just have to publish it and fill
I'm
it
sitting in
yourself.
front of it right now. I'm sitting in front of it right now before it gets published and sent to anyone. I want to fill it in. I don't want it to be filled in by Stephen Franco when it gets mailed out. No one that receives the document should be filling it in. They
Okay,
should
no one will receive. I understand that no one will receive the document. You want the document to be filled by yourself.
but not fill. It comes to when they open their email, it's filled out and it says sign here. They don't enter the information.
The seller don't enter the information. They only
No.
enter the information. They only enter the information on your website, right?
Okay.
So you want to be the one to add this in the contract document yourself, not the seller.
I'm sitting here. Okay, so I'm about to send this to you as a seller. I'm filling this in now. I don't want it to say to be filled in by anybody. None of these people get the opportunity to change it. None of them. When I send an invoice to a client, I don't want the client.
I understand.
Yeah. I really don't want the client choosing how much.
You don't want
they're
the
gonna pay.
client.
Okay, you know what? I figured out a way around it. Let's skip this. Next question. Where do I? Okay, so where are the signing fields? I don't see signing fields.
Can I share my screen? Let me share my screen and explain this to you so that I can understand more better.
Yep, you're up.
I'm coming.
All right, I figured that part out. I'm gonna have to fix these templates because they don't have signing
Can you see my
fields on them.
screen? Can you see my screen?
What?
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Except on mine, it says, who is that field assigned to? Right there, if you try to change address, it says, who does it assign to? I don't want it assigned to anybody. No, I don't want it assigned to that person. I don't. That's the entire point.
This is just an example.
What? Those fields, address, city, state, zip, are not to be filled in by anyone but the person creating the document.
Oh, okay. You mean this will be filled by the person creating the document for the seller?
Anyone that receives it by email does not fill in the information. Address, city, state, zip, price, none of that is up to the client.
So you mean this will be filled by your agent that want to create this contract
Yes.
document?
Okay. Yes. But you know what? At this point, I only have one question. Well, two
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
How do I change the template to make these not assigned to anyone who's signing them? How do I
How do
permanently
you
change the template?
how do you create this template to not be assigned for someone who signed up?
You see where it says, all right, and this is the part very much that I'm struggling with. Why this is a big okay. So when you send a client a bill, you don't want the client filling in how much that bill is for, do you? You'd really like to have control of that yourself. So I don't want this field to be filled in by anyone that's receiving it as a signature.
Okay.
But more importantly than that, right now, how do I edit the template?
Now, this is how this template works. This is how it works. Now, each template will be for each property. Now, for us to connect this template to the opportunity, which is the seller name, so that when you want to check this template, you won't, if you come here, you won't be able to detect the template for the seller. So now what you want is that when the seller sign up your directory form, you have all the details already. So you want someone to come to GUI level to edit one of the templates, add the information themselves. So you don't want this document to be sent to the seller at all. So you want maybe your agent that want to edit the template to add all these templates, all these details themselves and save it to the pipeline inside the system.
Yeah, because the last person I want to decide how much he's writing down for the price of the purchase of the home is the seller.
So
Okay.
if you have the information from the seller, you are gonna add it yourself, not by the seller.
Right. Exactly. The seller does not fill it in. They just sign it. All they do is sign. That's it.
Oh, sorry. I understand now.
But I'm asking you, how do I edit the template?
It's simple. You know, this template you can use it more than 10 times for different properties. So if you want to use the template now, You have
Okay.
to add now all these details. You add yourself to it. Now let me
I
add one
don't want.
more.
Okay.
One more.
Here's the thing. Honestly, right now,
Now,
yeah.
the agent can add, or they might not even add themselves at all. So they can just we have to connect this to we have to connect this one.
No, stop. I know how to add recipients. That's not the question. I know how to do set signing order. That's not the question.
Okay, your question is how do you edit this
No.
contract
My
document
question
after
is,
it
how
is
do I
filled?
edit the actual template itself? Right now, I want to make a change to the template called Net Seller Listing Agreement. The template, not the copy we're sending to the actual template. Where do I go to do that?
Okay. So you're gonna click on this add icon. So these are the elements.
No. Stop. You're not even on the right page. I don't want to change the one that we're sending out.
Okay.
I want to change the actual functional template that gets called every time. Okay?
I understand. Give me a minute.
So show me, I have my screen open. You're seeing my screen. Where do I click? I want to change this template. I went to templates. I'm under templates. Where do I edit this template that's going to be used 1,000 times? No, that can't be done. Hello? All right. Scratch that question. I'll find out. Final question. When this is sent and signed, where does it end up? Under which contacts information does it end up?
When you mean when this is signed, where
I
do you find
use
the
the
document?
template, I send it out, it's
Yes.
signed.
Yes. Yes.
Where does it go? How do I find it to move it? Is it under the seller? Is it under the buyer? Is it under somebody else? Is it under every
It's
signer?
going to be it's going to be it's going to be sent to the seller and you.
Okay, some templates. Okay. Here's where I'm having trouble again. I really am. Some are signed by the seller, some are signed by the buyer. They're all signed by my partner. Do they show up under all three contacts? Do they just show up under my client, my seller contact? Do they show up under my buyer contact? Or do they show up under everyone who signed it?
It shows on everyone that's signing on the
Okay.
contract. Every single
So
person
then
that's
to
signing on
skip
the contract.
all of what we've been trying to do, I'm going to create myself as the first person it comes to. It comes to me, I'll fill in the information on the email rather than doing it here where it seems to make a lot more sense.
Yes.
Now, that's all I think we can do today because I at this point, okay, so now we've learned we have the forms going in. We can't create contracts So the system cannot automatically create contacts from the opportunity. Okay, fine. So then where do I go to edit the template? I want to edit the actual base fields that are on the template. I want to change what fields are on the template. What buttons do I push
You
to
want
do
to,
that?
you want to change the field?
Let's say I want to add a field to this template.
Oh, all these templates are PDF.
So I have this
Let me
template
click.
here. How do I add a field to it?
Let me click on one template to show you. All these are PDF. You send the PDF to me, so I just upload the PDF inside the system.
So if I want to add if I want to add an additional field to the template right here.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me.
want a new PDF. I want this template. I want to
All
add one
this
field
you
to it.
can't edit. You can't be able to edit this.
What?
Now, if you wanna add more to this, you can click
I
on
don't
this
want to add
icon.
another template. I want to add one field to this template. One field. That's all I want to do. Add one field to this template. I want to change
Okay,
the
okay,
base
okay. Where do
template.
you want to add it? Where do you want to add it?
Well,
After what? Under
I
here?
want, let's say for a specific purpose, I want to add an initial field right there.
Right here?
Right there.
Here. This is a PDF drive. You can't add any. You can't edit this. This is not editable. You can't edit this. This is a PDF drive. You can only add it under. You can only add one field under this.
What?
Do you want all this to be able to you want to be able to edit all this, right?
Okay, so I just added the field that I wanted to add. I just did it. The answer is you have to unpublish the template. Then you can add a field. Then you have to republish the template.
So where's the field?
I want to add another signature field here. I have to unpublish. Then I add a field. I drag it over. I publish it again. And I've now added a field to the template. So right now, that template, I've just added my field to it. Now a template that did not have signature lines on that item, on that page, have signature lines. That was the question I was trying to get to. How to add fields to an existing template.
How do you?
You unpublish. Then you can add a field, drag it over, and you publish it again. All right, so I have a 2:59 to get to, so I appreciate it. I think I figured most of it out. I'll play with it, and I'll get back to you with more questions. Hopefully, we're ready to move on to the next part of it. How comfortable are you setting up AI dialers, AI voice communication, where Go High Level actually calls out and makes
Okay,
phone calls?
you mean outbound AI agents?
Outgoing, ingoing, outbound and inbound receptionists. Yes.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is that you have to purchase a number on Go High Level, and when do you want the AI agent to reach out?
So, I've got to leave like 2 minutes ago. So, are you comfortable setting those up?
Yes, sure.
Are you comfortable setting up systems calculators? So, like when they fill in the form on the property, like they'll answer questions about the kitchen and so forth, and it'll do math based on that. Are you comfortable creating a way that it will do math?
Please, can you send? I don't understand that system calculator.
All right.
Please, can you send me a sample so I can maybe? Do you mean quiz or survey?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you mean quiz or survey?
Yeah. So you know what? Because I'm out of time. I'll send you these questions separately. Can you just go through what we've agreed to so far and make sure we're good, and we can close these out, and then we can move on the new stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.